They told me a red light would be on up here when I walked in, but it is, so here I am. My name is Ray Meyers, and I want to tell you how much I appreciate you coming out tonight on this cold night. You know, when we was advertising this event, we kept saying, well, it could be 75 degrees, but that's my goodness. If it was 75 degrees, we wouldn't have the spirit of Christmas, would we? This is pretty neat, really. I just hope that everybody gets home safe and the precipitation and things hold off. But listen, I came here tonight just to talk to you very briefly because we've got speakers here that blow me away. I like to listen to them. But I want to tell you that it's very important for you to be involved. More so now than ever. More so now than ever. Now, this is not a political event, but I do represent the Tea Party. And I'm going to tell you, last night I was over at Tyler, and Joanne Fleming put on one tremendous presentation over there. And what Louis Gomer said, he got up in front of, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but Louis Gomer got up in front of the entire audience over there, over 600 people, and he says, you know what? The Democrats control, as far as the population in this country, they represent about 25% of the population of this country. The Republicans, the Republican establishment represents about 25% in this country. And the Tea Party, those people that represent, that identify themselves with the Tea Party, represents about 25%. Boy, that oh my goodness, have we really come that far? You know, there's only a few percent left. We really have came a long way. And so we are actually turning some heads. Now, I want to tell you something. There's been organizations all over the state of Texas several times, 4, 5, 6 times, that have tried to organize a statewide Tea Party organization to pull in all the Tea Parties together and pull them together for the purpose of electing good, strong, righteous candidates. This is what we've got to do. If we don't start electing candidates that we can trust, then we're in for it. We've already got Obama. And we've got all of his minions up there that's turning our country into one terrible, terrible mess. And you wouldn't be here if you wasn't concerned. But what we're trying to do, we've tried to organize what we call Saddle Up Texas. This is another attempt. And this fits right in the Cowboy church, by the way. Saddle Up Texas. And that is, it's going to be, and we're in the infant stages, a statewide organization that pulls in 3 different factions. Number 1 faction is Tea Party organizations, grassroots organizations, all over the state of Texas, coming together and meeting for the purpose of electing righteous candidates. That's the sole purpose of what we do. And we're all volunteers. There's nobody in this group that's paid for anything. It's all volunteer, which that's how the Tea Party movement started 5 years ago. Volunteers that got concerned about what's going on in this country. The second, anyway, the first leg is organizing all the Tea Parties together, such as, and I can give you examples right here. You've got the Edom Tea Party, and you've got the Canton Tea Party, and you've got the Coleman County Tea Party, you've got Grassroots America. We're pulling together all these different factions together for the purpose, okay? Now, and also the Henderson County Tea Party is just now getting going. And you really do need to be part of that. That group needs you. They need people to make phone calls. They need people to get on the computer. They need people to answer the ads over here at the Herald, the Athens, what is it, Daily Tribune or whatever. But anyway, we need to be able to answer those things. You don't do this by yourself. It's a movement. It's a team. It's a teamwork. It's team effort. And it takes people to change this country. It don't take a whole big giant organization. It just takes that small minority that gets mad. And we are mad. Okay? Now, the second leg under the stool is support organizations such as Empower Texans, which is organizations out of Austin, Texas. Eagle Forum, which is headed up by a lady by the name of Kathy Adams, just a wonderful, wonderful conservative lady who is Christian-based. By the way, this is Christian-based. All of this I'm talking about, okay? Young Conservatives of Texas. We have many, many young people who are involved. The Patriot Academy. There's and young Republicans all over. We have organizations that are support organizations that we're pulling in this. The third leg under the stool is churches, pastors. We have got to get pastors involved in our program. If we don't get the church involved, it's not going to work. You've got to have the church involved. Now, if you need an issue, you need something to get upset about. At the Democrat National Convention, they voted God down 3 times. Does that get your attention? Okay? That's at the national level. At the state level, in the Capitol Rotunda in Texas, in Austin, Texas, a few days back, the Wendy Davis supporters got in our Capitol Rotunda and started screaming as our group was singing Amazing Grace. They were chanting Hail Satan. Now, what other issue do I need to talk about here? Huh? You need to get involved. You really do need to get involved. Now, I'm going to end my little presentation right here. And some of you heard this before, but you're going to hear it again. The definition of a Tea Party. Please, ministers out there, do not be afraid to get Tea Party people involved in your church, because there's never been a Tea Party that I've ever been to in my life that didn't start with a prayer and end with a prayer, and everything was for the benefit of the country and the citizens in your community. Huh? That's what it's all about. Now, what is a Tea Party? Organized teams of like-minded, patriotic, conservative, Judeo-Christians united together to save our country from a tyrannical government, leader whose mission is to destroy the Constitution and erode the very foundation of our economy and traditional American values. With the onslaught of attacks on our Christian religion, it's about time we told the nation who we are. We're not teabaggers, we're not occupiers, and we're not radicals. For the most part, we're Judeo-Christians. We love our God, we love our family, and we love our country. Plain and simple, and yes, we're going to dig in. If the Marxist, progressive, seculars want to declare war on Christians, they've tried that before. Let the revolution begin. We believe in the Constitution. We believe in the rule of law. We believe in securing our borders. We believe in a balanced budget. And most of all, we believe in personal responsibility.
Yes.
So, if the progressive seculars want to find us, we meet each and every Sunday and throughout the week in every community in America. We are not ashamed of who we are. Right? I'm going to ask, get behind your conservative candidates. Get behind the candidates that mean something, that you know in your community, that live in your community, that work in your community, that go to church in your community, that raise their children in your community, and and their children go to school in your community. You've got a good Christian leader that's running for office right now in this county. You need. I'm not going to call his name, but you need to support that guy. Also over in Van Zandt County, all of us have a reach. We all have a reach, and everybody has influence. I want you to reach out and help these people. And most of all, I want you to pick up 4, 5, 6, 10 people and get them to the polls on February the 18th. I don't want you waiting until March. Get them in there. If you load them up in a bus, call me. I'll get my wagon train and come down here, and here we'll go. Okay? Thank you very much. I appreciate it.